Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I'll let you know I'm low level here. Vinnie has got some very real shit to say. I mean, I believe there's some Jedi mind tricks either here or over when I was still trying to do Rumble. Some immortal techniques, some other stuff. I've listened to a few that half the viewers are like, you don't know dick, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, but I'm not afraid of the words. And even though I might not see eye to eye on every level and everything, I believe any rapper, any music that's pointing out the struggle of real life, the oppressed, oppressors, and facts of those nature works for me. When there are certain bars that I come across, I don't know, I'll explain, I'll say. I might not think it's for me. I might not even understand the subject matter, but I know I don't have too many clips on the channel, but I heard Vinnie Paz say some of the most stand-up shit I've ever heard people say, and that's enough for me. I like influence from all sides of the spectrum. It makes it a lot easier to decode what the hell's going on.
Wonderful. Yeah. We letting it pop from the drones. This is cocaine and morphine, Watson and Holmes. This is Raphael Vanolier, opulent homes. Revival of dead organism, obvious clones. It was pack boys outside, pockets of stones. It's a headshot blowing off the top of his cone. Anybody have a motherfucking problem, it's on. I could write it or recite it off the top of the dome. This motherfucker was slipping, got it his home. And the cold price rise off a shortage alone. He will not be cool, he speak with a sorcerer tone. It's a chainsaw coming in a torturous moan. It ain't take a lot to spot you, you a doof. It ain't take much for me to clock you as a goof. Tower of Babel is frame. Richard and y'all gave battle in vain. Dummy.
I'm trying to get away. It's drama on the way. They hit me with the Rico. They always got their eyes on me. I'm trying to get away. It's drama on the way. They hit me with the Rico. They always got their eyes on me.
Yeah, no chirping allowed. I got a body count that will make Berkowitz proud. It's an XM7, it'll turn it around. Turn a Giorgio Armani to a...
Damn. Not just because it turns out if you like bar breakdown, ASAP Rock on the channel is, I'm trying lyric videos and bar breakdown or complete understanding there. But I did catch I got more higher body count than Berkowitz. Hey! Now I think Berkowitz, I can't remember. Is that the one that the dog told him to do it? When the dog tells you to do stuff, don't listen. I'm just saying, as a public service announcement, don't listen to the pets. When they're asking for kibble, when they're asking you to kill, I'm just saying, there's a difference. Pets are notoriously psychopathic, it appears. But yeah, no, I believe he's setting him up, knocking him down, serial killer fucking style.
Get away. It's drama on the way. They hit me with the Rico. They always got their eyes on me.
Yeah, no chirping allowed. I got a body count that will make Berkowitz proud. It's an XM7, it'll turn it around. Turn a Giorgio Armani to a surgery gown. Yeah, smoke salmon and fine bourbon. And now I'll put a mop on your head like I'm Cy Sperling. 9 mob guys and an ostracized German. You not popping, you not riding, you not working, you not popping.
Now it appears, I don't know, and I don't know who he's out there this, that, and the other with, but this appears like the you, yours, and douchebag fucks offs. It might be focused at some another entertainer or some person or this, that, the other. I don't know if it's a dissing, this, that, because I'm bad at that part. But the overall feel, I think, is pretty cool. And I thought, I'll tell you this, every time I listen to Vinnie Paz here, I don't, I know I'm listening to him and I don't mistake it for something else, or I don't go, oh, that kind of reminds me of this, that, and the other. And there's a genre rap that I love that, to be fair, I mean, there's, 5 different flows. Oh, man, I'm not trying to step on toes, but there's 5 different flows, and that's all they knows. Something like that.
Bourbon, and I will put a mop on your head like I'm size Berman. 9 mob guys and an Oscar besides German. You not popping, you not riding, you not working, you not popping. Triple fat goose with the furs on, cowboy boots with the spurs on. How is that your brother if you turn on him? OG look like Worm and he got a perm on him. Who is really cooking the coke? This a custom Glock 19, look at the scope. Look at that pop. I'm not gambling with law average. None of us is dancing, we blaming, we all savage. Yeah.
I'm trying to get away. It's drama on the way. They hit me with the Rico. They always got their eyes on me. I'm trying to get away. It's drama on the way. They hit me with the Rico. They always got their eyes on me.
Now, to be honest, outside of the straight flexing, I think some of that, and maybe some dissing. Yeah, I'm throwing that shit around loosely. I'm not sure. I do recall more than one video, the street image he likes to use in his videos, the feel. There's a nice consistency actually in his content, video productions. And then always a little bit of, they watching. Big Brother's looking. I was out to get you. Now, you talking about getting a bunch of work, cooking it up, and getting it there out on the fucking streets, then of course they're going to be watching. It turns out, that's a way to turn a buck, but, the other side like to play too. And I ran in that world for a lot. I ran in the whole... what's this? Yeah, no, just let's do this. Let's not go any further than talking business because it's gonna go south on us. Except instead of being an asshole about it all, I made jokes and then did ruthless things. So I mean, I get that. I served my time. Yeah. I got enough felonies. I don't have to be ashamed. I spent a lot of time in homes where they were cooking up the stuff. Let's put it that way. Not only is my cat Hunter a little bit on the nose, named after the president's son and a crack-smoking superstar, artist extraordinaire, and international business pro. But I might name all the pets after criminals because, 18 felonies and 3-month crime spree, change a guy for life. Now, I ain't never done nothing since then. I paid my dues. I walked away. I guess I smoke weed out of the government-approved locations. Okay, I'll admit to that. If that's the height of my crime for the last 20 years, especially 18, 19, shit, yeah, I'm going to be 20 years clean from everything else soon. So many years from crime that, I don't give a fuck. I don't got to be ashamed, and I don't got to pretend. And that's one thing I like. I mean, I might not agree with the positions and be out there doing shit like this now, but I'm not saying I'm a hater. And, I'll tell you this. I don't mind bold crime statements. Fucking be you. Don't go showing me lifting from the supermarket and little petty. Most of the people who are running that shit are common people too. You know, you want to do petty theft, go steal from the appropriate sources. You want to sling rocks on the corners of back alleys and pack, be strapped up. I'm not good at this. I don't actually use, right? That's always been me. It didn't matter who I did business with. I didn't have a different form of language for each, hood I went into, which was plenty. So I do relate to a lot of this. The time I spent, like I said, I think I've talked this on the channel, but I went to treatment, and then I hooked up with a chick in treatment, and then we relapsed together for 3 years. Not 3 months. Tisa and I went crazy for 3 years. I didn't, dealing was about the highest crime I did, but, I could cook, I could barbecue, and I could cook. And so it turned out I was a fully functioning member of the family. Weird. And then I watched Family Guy, The Simpsons, and all kinds of white bread mayonnaise shit. Didn't have no fucking issues because at heart, people. And I hang out with the criminals. I got no problem with that. Nothing here really offends me. I just want to be clear, because every now and then I get soft on crime, and I'm like, well, that's because I'm old and I got to live in society. But if society broke down, I would relate to this a lot more than cowering in a corner waiting for someone to save me. And then they'll be watching. Shit happens. They do, though. And just to nail that fucking point home, Ring cameras, you can't even kick in a... I'm not saying I'm advocating for kicking in a front door. Of course, all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. But my God, the doorbell is fucking found. The doorbell, the goddamn teddy bear, every other computer in the place is actually on. That's one of the reasons. Hey, you want to know what really sealed the deal for me? I'm not ashamed. And this is the right place to tell this story, not somewhere else. I struggled keeping a license for a while. I lean over and disappear because the dog is constantly getting up and down. And the dog turns out to take priority over the channel. So I used to drive without a license a lot. I was a printer. When I went to the joint, I ended up in the only... just the best job. I was a printer. I got into printing as a convict, and I worked in a shop where if you busted your ass, they treated you like a man. So I had printing skills. Then I got out and I went to school. The diploma sitting back there is visualization, and the digital side of my printing degree. I'd actually taken printing as well. I can typeset. I can run an old Heidelberg, just a handset type, all this kind of crazy shit. So I had enough skill set to print. Let's just say appropriate looking stickers and tags and registration for display on vehicles. And without a close inspection, years, what am I going to do? This was years and years ago. So, this is like back in the day when I was everything I talk about. Reason I'm recovered and so on and so forth. But all of a sudden, the police car, got smart enough to run the plates by itself. I no longer had to be a good driver. I only had to, and that's why I personally believe the road's falling apart, because they'll let any asshole get out there and kill you as long as you pay to play. And I didn't want to pay to play. I wanted to observe the social contract and just get away with it. Well, they got me. So, everything's looking, everything's monitoring, everything's watching. Unless you are the CEO of BlackRock, I'm guessing crime, well, you could be a senator or something like that. Crime might not pay. You can make that quick buck, but I mean, it can get you in the end. Just I'm saying, be careful. I don't have no love. I don't have no hate, right, for this subject at this moment. And just, if you're doing that, all right, I don't think less of you. You have value, right? I hope you don't have to harm as many people as you know, that. Because, I mean, it's the truth. I can't condemn everybody for everything, because then everything is crooked. And I'm reflecting upon something Musk went viral for yesterday, and I mean, I don't care if you tell people to F off. Cool. I got no fucks to give either. I don't have that kind of money to wield. But admitting out loud that you see people trying to be good, pretending at it, than doing evil on the side, I just think it's fucking refreshing when people call it the way it is for real, and then try to do their best, do as least harm as they can. But I guess you still got to make your ends meet. Now, I try to keep away from that because, I don't want to go back to being a criminal. But in my heart of hearts, I don't see suffering because they've got you shackled by registrations, paperwork, and digital monitoring. That world blows up. I long for the underground world to get even bigger. So I mean, people are going to survive one way or another. You just be careful. That's it. Koresh Babylon, I don't really know outside of whatever I said, but boy, did it, trigger the sympathetic ex-con in me. You should be safe out there, and we'll do it again soon. Vinnie Paz was fire. The tune was fire.